Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Abe Oudshoorn, and I'm with the School of Nursing at Western University. So we are storytellers. We're narrative beings as people. We construct our realities based on stories. We change the perspectives of other people based on the stories that we tell. Social media has given a new platform for storytelling. And some people are using this very, very well. So you may have seen something like the people of New York, the Instagram or the Facebook feeds, where a simple image and a short story bring us into a whole kind of new sense of empathy, a new perspective on someone who we've never met and who may be incredibly different from us. And that story can change the way we feel about something, whether it's a story about racism, a story about addiction, a story about breakups, about family, whatever that story is, it can change our perspectives. So I was approached by a club at Western called Purple Hands. They are a wonderful group of enthusiastic undergraduate students who have been reaching out and volunteering in our community, supporting many of the organizations that are a part of the Cressy network. Part of what they'd been doing was sharing the stories of people who they'd met. And so with the permission of those folks, they would take a picture, they would tell that person's story. And they approached me and were looking for help to do that better. So they recognized they had an opportunity, they recognized they had privilege and access to folks' lives, but they also felt like they weren't having the reach that they wanted to have. And so for me, as a research nerd, this was a perfect opportunity to ask a question of how this work functions and how they could do it better or differently. And so that's what we're doing this year, thanks to an internal grant from Western, is they are telling stories of folks, and they're doing it in different ways. They're having different writers write those stories. And on the research side, we're exploring the elements of those narratives. So what are the images? What are the stories? Who are the characters? How is that story structured? What are the elements of the story? To try to understand what's most impactful, what's actually creating a community dialogue, what's shifting the way that people are thinking about and understanding homelessness. And the passion for these students is that those few interactions that they started to have really changed their minds. The students are in some programs that they tend to come from a lot of privilege. And so hearing the stories was changing their own minds, and they want to be able to do that in the community. So that's the work that we're doing. We're looking at how they're structuring their stories, and we're trying to find the most effective ways to tell stories about homelessness in our community that actually shift our community dialogue. Thank you.